Black media isn't just important right now, it's essential. Because when mainstream outlets move on, we stay. When the headlines ignore our communities, we don't. When decisions are being made that affect Black lives in our schools, our neighborhoods, our economy, KBLA is in the room. This is more than radio. This is a lifeline, a record, a rallying cry. Black stories, Black voices, Black power.
The heat is on.
On the air and in the culture. KBLA Talk 1580. Stay connected. Stay informed. Stay loud.
Stand up.
It's time to set our intentions, set our self-care, and find our focus. This is Mindful Mondays with Saharah Ali on KBLA Talk 1580.
It is indeed, and we're so blessed to start our week, especially this rather stressful election week, with some mindfulness. And here to guide us, she is a yoga instructor, a meditation teacher, an astrologer, numerologist, sound healer, and sound bath specialist, as well as a life coach. Saharah Ali with Mindful Mondays. Good morning, Saharah.
Good morning, Dominique, and good morning, KBLA family. Welcome to Mindful Monday, where we get our minds right for the week by setting positive intentions to honor our mind and body through meditation, prayer, and affirmation as we step unapologetically into our week, being on purpose with our faith, truth, power, and wisdom. Celestial magic is in the air for the next 20 days as of Sunday last night at 1:45 a.m. We're celebrating the Sagittarius blue moon. A blue moon is when we have 2 full moons in 1 month, giving 2026 a 13-moon year, where there is usually only 12 full moons in 1 calendar year, and this event will not happen again until 2028. Our Sagittarius full moon is opposed Uranus in Gemini, trine Saturn and Neptune in Aries, and sextile Pluto in Aquarius. And I will break all this down. It's creating a rare, cohesive configuration, shedding light on how we communicate with ourselves and others. It's building new foundations, aiding us to take responsibility for our lives, yielding deep transformation, unlocking gifts from our past, allowing our soul's true essence to shine. The call to action is to release deep emotional, mental, and physical oppression. Reframe and be empowered by our past, honor major breakthroughs, celebrating personal growth, and stimulating clarity and intuition. We gain insight by releasing emotional conditioned responses, creating self-imposed oppression. The healing process is to reconstruct all aspects of ourselves, deflecting and transmuting haters' energy from all aspects of our life. And I'll say that again, deflecting and transmuting haters' energy from all aspects of our lives. Now is the time to become the best you, to step into the beauty and gift of our authentic self and aligning with the light of the full blue moon in Sagittarius, letting go, nourishing self-love, and celebrating a new future. So here and now, mindfully open yourself to inner wisdom. Give yourself permission to quiet the mind, quiet the body, and get centered to connect to the wholeness within you. And as we go forward with our Mindful Monday meditation, mindfully bring your awareness to your breath and find stillness. Find stillness and just breathe. Be right here, right now, on purpose in this moment, opening your heart. Take this moment to be right here, right now, one with your inner light of wisdom. Give yourself permission to relax, calming your mind, calming your heart, calling in love from the Most High, and allowing yourself to feel it. This is a new high frequency where our emotions are high, our intuition is high, so give yourself permission to feel and connect with this Mindful Monday meditation. Breathe. Breathe in your light, call on your angels and your ancestors, call on clarity, and allow yourself to be willing to embrace and surrender to truth. Surrender all things impeding faith. Connect to the light within you and relax. Just breathe, relax, let go, and mindfully embrace clarity. Embrace clarity, calling forward your soul's gifts and purpose. Breathe, honoring divine guidance. Relax and surrender, and listen with all your being. As you release and let go, connect to the wholeness within you, and to mindfully let go of anything impeding change or rebirth. Surrender your anger, surrender your fear, surrender judgment, and let go of shame. Breathe, relax, connect to the world behind your eyes, and commit to being right here, right now, celebrating inner peace, calling forward the best you. Relax and breathe, making a promise to honor the wisdom within you. Breathe in clarity. Celebrate self-love. Trust the divinity within you in the order of all things with grace. Feel anchored and grounded, listening to your soul and opening your heart and mind. Surrender right here, right now, and imagine yourself a vessel of light, and see this light glowing all over your body, inside and out, as you breathe. And see this light anchoring you, grounding you from your head to the soles of your feet, tethering yourself to earth. And as you hold this image of your body glowing in light, allow your mind and body, spirit and soul, to receive our Mindful Monday affirmation for the week. Relax, taking the biggest breath you've had all morning. And as you exhale, embrace with love and compassion our Mindful Monday Sagittarius full moon affirmation for the week. Open your heart and mind. Today I release and let go, honoring my power to celebrate inner wisdom, aligning with my highest good with grace and ease. Today I release and let go, honoring my power to celebrate inner wisdom, aligning with my highest good with grace and ease. Breathe, holding the image of yourself connected to this light, and hold this image of this light surrounding your body and carry it with you throughout the day. As you breathe, bringing your awareness back to present time. So on the floor underneath you or whatever you're sitting on, feel your wholeness and give yourself permission to honor your power to celebrate inner wisdom, aligning with your highest good with grace and ease. Take a breath, and as you exhale, feel grounded and anchored, bringing your awareness fully back to present time, celebrating your inner wisdom, aligning to your highest good, and opening the space for everything to unfold with grace and ease. Thank you, Dominique, Tabitha Smiley, Miles, and the 1580 KBLA family. Have an unapologetic, mindfully, full blue moon blessed week, celebrating your inner wisdom, aligning with your highest good with grace and ease.
All right. Sounds good. Sahara, don't get mad. You hardly ever do, but don't get mad. I was on Instagram. I was on Instagram. The Instagram astrologers say that we're supposed to be manifesting right now, and if we don't hurry up, it'll be too late to be manifesting.
Okay, well, I don't know. That's shadow astrology. It's never too late to manifest. We are a part of manifestation. We manifest every single day. And aiding this season of manifestation with this full blue moon in Sagittarius, Mercury's going into Cancer today at 5 o'clock, and it's connecting us to our inner selves to help us heal and manage our emotions, but to deepen that connection through this full blue moon energy, because Sagittarius brings truth. Sagittarius brings clarity. Okay, and it's opposite the Gemini sun, where we have an opportunity to quell some of our overthinking, but to get straight, clear communication from the Most High and get directions as to how to move forward with grace and with ease. So I don't know what they're talking about.
Well, I don't either, but I like to say it because I know that I'm not the only one that sees these posts. And for some reason, I guess it's my algorithm. My algorithm is Gemini, so I'm seeing all these Gemini posts right now. But it does seem like, it's busy. It's just a busier season than ever. This election season, the barrage of ads, the influx of money, the sudden changes that we're seeing, it just feels like a wild season, that's for sure.
Well, some people have a hard time trusting that all things in life have a purpose and a meaning. And at this time, it marks a major shift, closing old cycles and moving us forward with clarity and purpose, aiding spiritual insight. It's shifting all relationships. It's building new foundations and opening new chapters in our lives on all different levels. And I believe the universe is calling all of us to remember our strength, to connect to wholeness, but most of all, reframe how we're willing to let go and trust the oneness of the Most High. Now is the time to find our faith and implement compassion to self and others and be on purpose and rise past the illusion of the politics and politics and no God is all there is, and to truly honor the power of the universe at this time, to get clear about what our true needs are. There is higher things going on, and it's time to set space aside to honor our blessings and be willing to demonstrate to the universe our courage to let go of our fear, deprivation, judgment, unhealthy attachments, and the lies that have been told and the illusions and the veil that they're trying to put over our eyes. This is an auspicious time. This is time to go big or go home. So put blinders on and, leave all of that stuff, the man with the crazy hair and all the shenanigans, because all they're doing is shooting themselves in the foot. This is a time of evolution.
Indeed. Well, it's always a good time to be prayed up. I know that. And tomorrow is election. Some folks are very, very stressed out. So, you can listen back. You can go on YouTube and listen to the guided meditation affirmation 100 times if you want to. It is there for you. It's also wherever you get your podcasts. We keep all of our shows there. Saharah Ali, thank you so, so much for getting us together this morning. It is deeply appreciated.
Can I say one more thing?
Of course.
Okay, so what I like is for everybody to ask themselves the question, why do they accept or react to someone else's judgments or opinion of who they are in their lives? So I give you permission to go deep and to mindfully find real truth and breathe in your truth and tap into the innate wisdom that is available to all of us, gathering our intuition to know that there is a power greater than us, always in action, always.
Yeah, well, that's a big question, because on the other side of that, and the question of why do you accept or react to someone else's judgment of who you are? Why do I, we'll put it in the I, accept or react to someone else's judgment of who I am is a foundational question, because once I stop doing that, on the other side of that is freedom.
Definitely, and that is very powerful, because if we own our power, we put freedom in action. So we can vote and we can march and we can stand, and the reality in all of that is give yourself permission to be in your power, and all of this stuff will change. It's just a shadow allowing us to see where we need to grow and take ownership of our own power. Our power is not in the government and all of this other stuff. It's time to shift that perspective. We're up against bigger things like AI, okay?
Yeah, and El Diablo, in any case,
And all of that.
actual evil. If you would like a reading, maybe a personal sound bath, or you want to do a private yoga session, some life coaching, all that stuff, call Saharah's assistant, Elise, at 213-628-9783, 213-628-9783. And if you're going to go to the sound bath, be on time, because you won't get locked out. You can find out more about that at SaharahAli.com, SaharahAli.com. Saharah, thank you.
Thank you, Dominique and the KBLA family.
Phone lines are wide open if you want to say a thing about a thing, if you want to brag on who you voted for or brag on who you're going to vote for. I'm here for you. I want to know. I want to know all about it. KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DePrima when we come forward.
Let's celebrate. Y'all did it. Loving each other, needing each other.
Hey, Los Angeles. KBLA Talk 1580 is turning 5, and we're celebrating in a big way.
Oh my God!
Join us Friday, June 19th, Juneteenth, 4 to 7 p.m. at the Beehive for our 5th anniversary bash and Juneteenth celebration. We're talking surprise celebrity guests, a special presentation, and a major announcement you will not want to miss.
I can't wait to hear it.
Plus, live music, dancing, games, and enough food and drink to keep the party going.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Of course, you're welcome to bring your own picnic basket, blanket, and lawn chair. And the best part, it's completely free. But here's the thing. You've got to sign up in advance. Space is limited, so don't wait. Head to KBLA1580.com right now and lock in your spot. Friday, June 19th, the Beehive, KBLA Talk 1580. 5 years strong, and we're just getting started.
Happy anniversary, KBLA!
Yeah, man. Follow the leader. KBLA Talk 1580. Follow the leader.
If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Follow the leader. Oh my God. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
As a fitness coach, my active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, I'm treating my skin and joint symptoms so I can keep moving. Skyrizi, a prescription-only injection for adults, helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And for those who have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible. With Skyrizi, there's no daily dosing. It's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft.
Oh no.
That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If we find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes to your financial accounts, we alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that could make all the difference. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
There's a lot of uncertainty in the world right now. Things are changing fast and no one knows what comes next. Times like these make you realize just how important it is to be prepared. That's where My Patriot Supply comes in. They're America's #1 most trusted resource for survival food, solar power, water filtration systems, and more. Go to preparewithamerica.com to unlock a special offer that'll help you get ready for whatever comes our way. Go to preparewithamerica.com to see the special offer right now. That's preparewithamerica.com.
The conversation continues right now with Dominique DePrima on First Things First.
On First Things First, just reminding you, by tomorrow at 8 p.m., that's the last minute to vote. So probably today would be a good time to do it. I'm going to go live. Let's do it, even though I think my hair looks crazy. We're live on YouTube. We're live now. I'm live now on TikTok, streaming. We always stream on Facebook. My TikTok is Dominique DePrima. In case you don't know, I'm at DePrima Radio on everything else. And we are at KBLA 1580 everywhere. Molly Bell was asking me in the YouTube chat where she could find Attorney Carrie Harper's guide for the judges. And you can find it at Harper for Justice on Instagram. She has it posted. Also, the lawyer Tiffany Townend Blacknell has hers there too. They're very similar, and they're both really helpful. Tiffany is on TikTok at Tiffany Townend Blacknell, and you can find her also on Instagram. If you ever want to see my thoughts on things, you know where to go. DePrima Radio on Instagram, and that's where I'm most active. I'm also on YouTube, and I'm on Twitter and stuff. But I'm most active on Instagram for whatever reason, I don't know. But it's this weekend, the interview that I did with Mayor Karen Bass, has been posted. A little piece of it got posted on Breitbart. I think we got on their radar somehow. I know how we got on when that guy died, when that guy was murdered. And, I was commenting on it, and then they all the haters swarmed me. This time I'm not getting swarmed. But it's so interesting. If you look at the article about Mayor Bass, it's not about me, it's about Mayor Bass. It says, Mayor Bass claims LA streets safest since 1950s despite crime surge. Now, this isn't a right-wing publication, a conservative publication. This is called Newsfire. I've never heard it before. But they republished this also on Breitbart. But it's so interesting because the headline makes it sound like there's been a surge in crime. It says despite crime surge. But if you read down into the article, it actually admits that there's no crime surge and that crime is down to 1950s levels. So it's so interesting. They write it to make her seem like a liar. But if you read down past the headline, they admit she's not a liar. It says Bass made the remarks during an interview with KBLA host Dominique DePrima, according to Breitbart News. When DePrima suggested Los Angeles might be safer than media coverage suggests, Bass enthusiastically agreed. Well, why did Bass enthusiastically agree? Because it's true. The mayor also asserted that gang-related homicides have fallen to 1960s levels. She noted that most homicides in the city are gang-related. Then they embed a clip from the show, which is taken from Breitbart. And here's where they get real tricky. They say, however, the Los Angeles Times reports that despite statistical declines in violent crime over recent decades, voters remain unsatisfied with conditions on the ground. See how tricky these people are? It says, the headline says, the mayor claims that violence is down even though there's been a surge in crime. But when you read the article, they show that there is no surge in crime, despite statistical declines in violent crime, meaning even though the data show that crime is down, people aren't happy. So therefore, well, I mean, look, if politicians or musicians or beauticians could wave a magic wand and make us all happy and satisfied, that would be amazing. But what we have to look at is what the data show, right? The ongoing homeless crisis, rampant public drug use, and deteriorating city cleanliness have left residents feeling unsafe. Well, if you're in an encampment, then yes. In or near an encampment, then yes. But deteriorating city cleanliness in general is not a thing. I take offense with the way these people talk about our city like it's an ish hole. Los Angeles is beautiful, and if it wasn't, why does everybody live here? Even the billionaires that quote unquote move to Florida still keep homes here. They just file taxes in Florida. They be lying on our city. That's what they be doing. Anyway, it goes on to say the disconnect between crime data and public perception has become a central issue in the city's mayoral race. So this right-wing publication is admitting that they are lying, but you only have to be able to read between the headlines and understand that even they are admitting that they're lying. The disconnect between crime data and public perception has become a central issue in the city's mayoral race. No, it isn't. The central issue is that these right-wingers are running around, and even some non-right-wingers saying, oh, the city's going to hell in a handbasket, even though crime is down, even though our state economy is booming, and even though everybody and their mama want to live here. Make it make sense. News, traffic, and sports, then more on KBLA Talk 1580.
A safe place to go loud. A great place for progressive politics. KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. Illinois Senator Dick Durbin delivered his farewell address ahead of retirement.
I'm still committed to the DREAM Act, and I hope that you'll join me in that commitment. It was a bipartisan measure, and it should be a bipartisan measure. These DACA people are serving America in so many ways.
The 81-year-old longtime Democrat told state lawmakers he'll miss helping people while also warning about growing political divisions. Primary election day is tomorrow, and Los Angeles County has more than 600 vote centers open. Voters can cast ballots in person or drop them off, but officials warn it's too late to rely on mail delivery. And the NBA Finals are set with the New York Knicks facing the San Antonio Spurs in a rematch of 1999. Game 1 tips off Wednesday as the Knicks bring an 11-game win streak while the Spurs enter as favorites. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Head to Waba Grill weekdays after 3 p.m. for their $5 happy hour and try their new chili crisp dumplings. Bold, crunchy, and tossed in a fiery crisp, paired with a premium Waba beverage drink like their authentic Thai tea. Get both for just $5 only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Lakers have a new title contender to worry about in the Western Conference, and they're going to be around for a while. The San Antonio Spurs are the new kings of the West. With 9 players on the roster 25 or younger, the Spurs will be in the Lakers' way for years to come. The Spurs are in the NBA Finals against the New York Knicks, mainly because of a rising 22-year-old superstar, Victor Wembanyama, and 21-year-old shooting guard, Stephon Castle. Wembanyama averaged 27.3 points and 10.9 rebounds against OKC and had 19 block shots in the series. The Spurs are the first team in NBA history to go into the finals with their top 2 scorers 22 or younger. The Spurs beat OKC, the defending NBA champs, 8 times this season. That, more than anything, should let the Lakers know and the rest of the league that the San Antonio Spurs will not be a one-hit wonder. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
This isn't a talk show.
It's a town hall with no walls.
This is KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, KBLA listeners. This is Stephen Bradford, candidate for State Insurance Commissioner on June 2nd. I've spent my entire life as a public servant on the Gardena City Council, the State Assembly, and the State Senate. standing up for working families, small businesses, seniors, and communities that are too often left behind. I'm running for state insurance commissioner because we need an advocate, a watchdog, who will make sure insurance is not only available, but affordable for all Californians. I, like you, am tired of being dropped from coverage after doing everything right, or wondering if anyone is on your side after a disaster strikes. I will be your strongest advocate to make sure we have a vibrant insurance market that creates greater competition and more choices for consumers like yourself. We need a market that serves all of California. As your next insurance commissioner, I will be that warrior to make sure all Californians have affordable insurance. Your ballots have arrived. I ask you to vote for Stephen Bradford as your next insurance commissioner. Stephen Bradford, a name you know. Stephen Bradford, a name you can trust. Vote by June 2nd.
Paid for by Stephen Bradford for Insurance Commissioner.
Going to a World Cup match in LA this summer? Ditch the parking stress and ride Metro. With direct service from across LA County, it's the easy way to get there for just $1.75 each way.
In a world full of noise, one station keeps it real. KBLA Talk 1580, where the conversation goes deeper, the voices sound like yours, and the issues that matter most to our community take center stage. Progressive, powerful, unapologetically us. Whether you're driving through the city or tuning in from your home or office, join the public square. KBLA Talk 1580, your home for talk that enlightens, encourages, and empowers. Listen live on our free KBLA 1580 app, on our website at KBLA1580.com, or on your radio dial at 1580 AM.
Unapologetically progressive.
Let me tell you something about Los Angeles. This city doesn't have small problems, so it damn sure doesn't need small, weak leadership. That's why I support Karen Bass. She walked into a system that was slow, broken, and reluctant to change. She cut through red tape and started moving people off the streets into housing. She created the Office of Community Safety to make our neighborhoods safer, supported wage increases for many underpaid workers, expanded contract opportunities for small minority business, and signed an executive order to give formerly incarcerated people a second chance. Karen Bass is about real change. I'm Samuel L. Jackson, and I've seen a lot of people talk tough. Karen Bass is tough. That's why I'm voting for Karen Bass, and you should too. So vote today. You received your ballot in the mail by now. You don't even have to go to the polls. Just fill out your ballot and hand it to your postal worker. No stamp needed.
Paid for by re-elect Karen Bass for Mayor 2026, 445 South Figueroa Street, Suite 2400, Los Angeles, California 90071. Funding details at ethics.lacity.gov.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we do more than just talk.
You got a big mouth. Hello, Joe, you're up. Welcome.
We're unapologetically progressive, and we don't black down.
All right, I dipped out of TikTok because there wasn't nobody there, and dipped back into streaming on my Instagram, which is Diprima Radio, Diprima, and then radio. What? My colleague Jill is there, Stiletto Jill, our entertainment expert here at KBLA 1580. P-Funk is there, a whole bunch of people. I'm also obviously at KBLA 1580 on the old-fashioned terrestrial radio, and we stream on Facebook and YouTube, so we're everywhere. 800-920-1580, 800-920-1580. Who'd you vote for? Who are you going to vote for? Have you figured it out? As I said, Attorney Carrie Harper's, her recommendations for judge are up on her Instagram, Harper for Justice. And you never know what you might find on my Instagram, which is Diprima Radio. So, yeah, 800-920-1580, 800-920-1580. I love the trolls are in the YouTube right now, and the ops and the dissenting opinions, because just because you have a different opinion doesn't mean that you have to be an enemy. This is what I don't get. I have some people very angry with me because of who I have endorsed for governor and some other offices too. And okay, that's your opinion. It's fine. Doesn't mean, we can disagree without disrespect. And I would contend that all human beings deserve at least the respect that they are a child of God. Okay? So DW757, who do you want for mayor? That's the question. Some folks are saying if you want If you want, Pratt and Bass, then you vote for Bass. If you want Rahman and Bass, then you vote for Rahman. If you want, because it's so tight right now, like it could be anybody. We could end up with Spencer Pratt and Nithya Rahman in the finals. So to me, the most important thing is vote. If we progressives, if we black people do not vote, this is going to be a disaster. We're going to be, y'all are going to be crying on Wednesday. And if you didn't vote, go cry outside. If you voted, come on in and cry with me. But maybe we'll be celebrating. That's what I'm hoping for. We're going to Ron from Richmond. Good morning, Ron from Richmond.
Richmond in the house by way of Berkeley. I can't forget my city. Berkeley is always.
You got to turn your radio down a little bit because we can hear it in the background. No worries, Ron. No worries.
Yeah, I'm watching you on my bad. I'm watching you on my throwback cell phone. My TV acting up this morning, so I had a YouTube on my 2017 Android. You know what I mean? Shout out to Samsung. I'm gonna upgrade in a minute. With the help of God, I'm gonna get through this.
Yes,
Keep
indeed.
him first, you know what I'm saying?
Did you vote already?
Yes, I did. I told you the other day, me and my mom, we did the absentee. And we
that's
voted
right.
Democrat.
You did say that. You did say that. Okay.
Yeah. And we tried to sit down and read over, you know what I mean, all the different measures and all that stuff. I'm not familiar with some of the stuff, but I did the best I could. But we did vote Democrat, so, yeah, we got it done. Took care of that, man. So, yeah, man, tomorrow's it's time to make it happen, make it vote, and then Trump trying to cut people off in the EBT, say got to get back to work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. The new work standards come in today. Bill Clinton's the one who started that ridiculous crap, and the reason I call it ridiculous is because, in my experience, it makes it harder for people to get off of welfare and assistance, not easier. Because what ends up happening is they are not allowed to save money, and they have to take low wage jobs while they're on assistance instead of being able to take classes or being able to look for a better job. They're not allowed to stack their money. So there goes, now we're back to that thing where people end up stuck in the cycle of welfare in the name of supposedly ending dependence on welfare. I mean, some of these folks get these jobs because it's a requirement, but the job is actually paying them less than it costs them to get childcare while they are at the job. So they're losing money on the deal. Look, we have a Spencer Pratt stan in the YouTube. Who let them in? No, I'm just playing. You're welcome. Everybody's welcome here. We can agree to disagree. It's hilarious that he's in here talking, I'm assuming it's a him, I don't know, talking smack about the current mayor when the person that is his candidate lost his $10 million personal fortune, much of it, but was spent on crystals. I mean, if that's what you're into, okay. But is that a person that you would put the stewardship of a giant city of 4 million people? Would you give a control of a $12 to $15 billion budget to a guy that blew his own personal fortune on crystals and getting ready for the Mayan apocalypse? I wouldn't, even though I have lots of crystals in my home.
I heard that. Yeah, he was on TMZ the other day, and I was listening to that cat, and he really, I ain't gonna get ghetto and say some curse word, but yeah, he upset me, trying to put all the blame on Karen Bass, talking about Karen Bass is responsible for the wildfires. To my 80-year-old mama said, like, well, come on now, like, dude, what is you doing here, bro?
It's it's funny that the Pratt guy is here in the chat talking smack, saying Karen Bass isn't doing anything. Running the city of Los Angeles is like radio. It's harder than it looks, right? So it's really easy for somebody to stand here and go, well, I can do it better. But the guy's never even run like a bakery, let alone a city. And he's squandered his own personal fortune. He hates the homeless. He refers to them in the most derogatory terms possible. And that's just not that's just not what we need. We have a large unhoused population, and we have a lot of people that are on the verge of being unhoused. And trash talking, literal trash talking, is not it. That is not it. What we need is solutions. Believe it or not, our current mayor is doing a lot of things. She, love her or leave her, vote for her or don't vote for her. She's doing a lot of things. And the fact that this guy can say that she's not doing anything shows that he doesn't know anything about city government. For one thing, it's the first time in the past decade that we've seen homelessness go down 2 years in a row. So let's start there. Okay, Ron, thank you for voting. Thank you for calling. Thank you for always supporting this show.
Hey, you already know what it is, Dominique. You will forever be my forever Bay Area homegirl. I'm so proud of you. You making history. Keep doing what you're doing. And Miles, if you can hear me, man, my nephew, he lives in North Las Vegas. He is following you on Instagram. I saw his name the other day. So shout out to my nephew and his family out there living in North Las Vegas. He's from Oakland, but he moved out there.
Okay. With the shout-outs.
Yeah, support.
He can always hear you. He's running the whole board. He's running all the tech for this show. He's running YouTube. He's running the board. He can hear everything you can say and more. So thank you, Ron.
Yeah.
Appreciate
it's
you.
It's all love. God bless you, Dominique. Keep doing your thing. I'm going to stop chatting. I'm going to stop yapping. Much love to Tyrus, the whole station. Y'all keep up the good work. God bless.
Absolutely. I mean, look, have you seen the Spencer Pratt commercials? You love AI, Miles. Have you seen those where he has, the mayor as the Joker and himself as like the Batman, and he's got himself as a superhero? They're funny. I mean, it's kind of cute if it wasn't so serious, but it's also so like manipulative and deceptive and creepy. I don't know. Have you seen them?
I have. It's well put together, but it's trolling for sure.
Yeah. And the racial overtones are terrible. Houselessness is down 2 years in a row. It's not down dramatically, but it is down, which is better than up, which is what we've seen under every other mayor. Okay? So there's that. And then the fact that our city is safer than it's been, and that she's building on, decades of, not decades, but a good 15 years of work. Actually, decades of work. And, that is a trend that is moving in the right direction as well. Let's go to Big Phil calling us from L.A. Good morning, Big Phil.
Good morning, devil don't sleep. Let me say one thing, Dominique. I'm going to vote for Karen Bass. These two people, it's a joke. They don't know how to run no city. And the other guy, he needs to go back to the fantasy world where he come from, okay? Hey, don't be racking your brain. They're going to lie. They're going to tell lies on Karen Bass. I don't listen to that crap. Bottom line, neither one of them know how to run the city. I'm going to vote for Karen Bass, and Bill Ghost, he's too far behind. I was going to vote for him. Looks like he's not going to make governor. But he run the city. He know how to run the city. But I got Karen Bass. That's a joke.
Have you decided which way you're going for governor? I mean, Villaraigosa, we did see in the latest polling, his support went down instead of up. And he was a great mayor, but he's not going to win the governor's race. Have you decided on who else you might support?
I know. What's that guy? Other guy?
Well, Javier Becerra is doing really well. He's the front runner. Tom Steyer is doing well in the latest poll. He's either 2 or 3 in most polls. And, of course, the Republican, Steve Hilton, has jumped up over the other Republican after he got Trump's endorsement.
Yeah, but I go Becerra. Don't rack your brain, all that stuff. They're going to lie. That's part of the game. They're trying to get elected. I got Karen Bass. And the other guy need to go back to the fantasy world. And Rami needs to sit down somewhere. I'm out. You got to take care. God bless. Big Phil.
All right, Big Phil. Great to hear from you. Big Phil called me at 800-920-1580, 800-920-1580. I encourage you to do the same. I'm Dominique DePrima for KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DePrima when we come forward.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya, guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Zach Sokoloff is the only Democrat running for city controller. He is a lifelong Democrat and is endorsed by the California Democratic Party and LA County Democratic Party. Zach taught at Jordan High School in Watts and created a jobs training program to build career pathways for young people. He's fought for equity and justice and will continue that fight as city controller. Vote Democrat. Vote Zach Sokoloff for LA City Controller by June 2nd. Paid for by Zach Sokoloff for Controller 2026. Additional info available at ethics.lacity.gov.
Let's be real. For too long, too many of our students have sat in overcrowded classrooms in underfunded public schools.
But as head of the San Diego School Board, Richard Barrera changed that.
Under Barrera's leadership, student literacy rose from the state average all the way to #1 among major urban school districts. Barrera led the way for smaller classrooms and for teachers to be paid what they're worth.
Barrera funded more counselors and mental health services, and community schools that teach real-world skills for future jobs.
A community organizer who became an education leader to fight for our kids. The only candidate for State Superintendent of Public Instruction,
backed by the 310,000 classroom educators of the California Teachers Association. Vote Democrat Richard Barrera for State Superintendent.
Ad paid for by California Teachers Association Independent Expenditure Committee, not authorized by a candidate or committee controlled by a candidate.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Hi, I'm Zoe Williams, aka The Voice of Reason, encouraging you to join me weekdays from 7 to 9 p.m. for the world's most intriguing relationship radio roundtable. Every night, I facilitate and encourage our loyal listeners to participate in the most engaging relationship discussions you'll hear anywhere. So make it a point to rendezvous with me, Zoe Williams, the Voice of Reason, Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Trust me, your relationships will never be the same. The VOR is on fire tonight.
Unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
We knew you'd stick around. This is LA's home for progressive talk radio. Welcome back to KBLA Talk 1580.
I love that we have a Spencer Pratt stan in the YouTube chat. It's KBLA 1580 on YouTube and everywhere else, saying that's not a strong enough argument, that he beat his sister to a bloody pulp and she had to be hospitalized. Not a strong enough argument. That he lied and said he was living in a trailer when he was really living at the Hotel Bel Air on the top floor with mommy and daddy's money. That's not a strong enough argument. The fact that he blew his own $10 million fortune and now he's back to living off his rich parents. That's not a strong enough argument. The fact that he's funded by the same tech bros that fund Trump. That's not a strong enough argument. The fact that he's been backed by Trump. That's not a strong enough argument. Okay, go on and vote for him. Works for me if that's what you want. If the fact that he hates reparations, hates the homeless, doesn't appear. Did you see him at the They sent him to South LA over the weekend for a little rally, free food. The people came for the food and left without the white supremacist talking points. Paul from LA, you're on. Welcome.
Good morning. I'm saying, Dominique, you just took all my thunder. But no. Like everybody, there was, and I've been saying this in the chat for everybody, this is why it's really important for Black independent media, for be somewhere reliable that you get your information. My younger brother loved Dominique, and he went on socials encouraging people in my community to get out and vote. And why? We're getting it. We're listening. There was a full Mueller report on how the actual 2016 election and how these elections have had foreign influence and foreign funding that are directly targeting the Black community with misinformation and disinformation, with the strict goal of creating voter apathy. I want people to understand we had a situation with that impacted direct families here in California. And the answer to the situation was, let's not rectify it, but let's blame the Black woman. And to understand that she's not even over some of the areas that they're tagging to her.
Right. Like Altadena, they don't have a mayor, sadly.
And you know what the sad part about it is when I say follow the money, you will get the answer every single time. All those clips that came out that were direct attacks on Karen Bass, and Kamala Harris was on there drinking and drunk and alcohol, and you think that's a campaign? I think people would have learned their lesson about these celebrities being representation for you and the consequences of that. Our ballots.
So talk to me about Nithya Raman, because you seem to be supportive of the incumbent, Mayor Bass, and it's easy to take down a Pratt because he's the Trump candidate.
Well, I would say if she has some issue with it, she voted in line with Karen Bass on everything.
True.
So it was no protest. No, I didn't agree with that. It's at the very least, everybody, you don't want to run off. You want to run off with people that aligns with what you want. What are the policies? Take the emotions out of it. What are the policies that are going to have a direct impact in a positive way on me and my community? And that's the main part that matters, Dominique, is because what they want to drive on, they want to use grievance politics.
Yeah.
In what you're going through. But for those people that sit out and they're angry because that stuff works, you do understand every single time that you work and you're paid, that money is coming out of your checks. So don't you want those funding to go towards your children's education? Don't you want the funding to go towards those lights that are out on Vermont and Manchester and Vermont and Century every single night that are dangerous in your community? Don't you care about those roads in your community and those potholes in your community? That's where your tax dollars go. But if you don't care, and for example, a guy like Pratt gets in office, his job is just to do everything else like they've been doing throughout the country. Impact your community and give more tax cuts and tax breaks to the richest of the rich.
Yeah, well, I mean, they are the richest of the rich, which is why some people do argue against Steyer. I mean, and it's interesting because I know, Paul, that you and I have had a lot of conversations about billionaires, how they need to pay their fair share of taxes, and how we're basically living in an oligarchy right now. And so how is that, how does that make you align with Steyer, who is a billionaire?
And this is why it's important to really do your homework on this, because you have to understand, all happened with the Eric Swalwell voters is they consolidated over to Becerra. And why did they do that, right? They did that because look at the lobbyists that have aligned with him, that have donated to him, that are now lobbyists of his, that are now endorsing him. On the other end of the spectrum, Steyer has been funding his own campaign himself. So you understand, if people are going to be your lobbyists and your donors, there's got to be some wink and back deals for when that time comes. This is what I expect in payment for doing this for you. So this could be a situation that you can argue, well, people saying, well, why would you vote for a billionaire? Well, he's running his own campaign and he's funding his own campaign, which means he's directly talking about the issues that everybody says are issues when he says, well, I want to tax me more.
Yeah. I guess what I'm getting from some people is that they don't trust him. Like he's going to say that and then get in and be, I don't know, Elon Musk or, or Mark Zuckerberg. He'll say it, but then once he gets power, he'll take a sharp right turn or something.
I will say this again. I'm not looking for friends. I don't trust any of them, regardless. But what I know is, and when the time comes, voting is a part of the work. Now you need to hold people accountable. It's transactional. Now we're coming for payment for what you promised because we're holding you accountable. See, that's the part that everybody misses. That's the part everybody misses in our community we need to be better at. Voting's a part of the work. It's a component. The other side is then holding those elected officials accountable for what their proposals and promises
Absolutely.
were.
But holding people accountable also means doing it in ways that are strategic, doing it in ways that make sense. It doesn't just mean following people around and yelling at them. It means looking at what you can do strategically. Do you want to primary someone? Do you want to, protest and hold a campaign? Do you want to petition? Like, what is it that will actually make them accountable to us, the voters, and to whatever it was they promised? What I do like about the Steyer situation is at least you have a list of progressive promises that you could hold the person's feet to the fire. Now, one of my other friends said, in what way? He's rich. He doesn't need the job. He doesn't need anybody. Once he's in, he can do anything. But I think that when you campaign and you get the backing of all of these environmental groups and different progressive lawmakers, I think hopefully that does allow for more accountability.
Right. The people that are in the room that are doing the legislation and the guy up top that has to sign the bills to push them through, if they're in the same room, the question we could take notice from what happened in Virginia. They put all people in office, and what that Black Caucus did is, okay, we got you in office. Now we need to hold you accountable for what you promised overall. And I get that some people may feel leery on that, and I'm not telling you how to vote. What I am telling you to do is vote.
Yep,
Don't
absolutely.
mail it off. Take it to the drop box or vote in person, because they're trying not to count our votes right now. And that's the main thing. Go out and vote.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Paul. It's always great to talk with you. We've got news, traffic, and sports, then more on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. Illinois Senator Dick Durbin delivered his farewell address ahead of retirement.
I'm still committed to the DREAM Act, and I hope that you'll join me in that commitment. It was a bipartisan measure, and it should be a bipartisan measure. These DACA people are